Hello folks, my name is Andy Taylor. I'm a senior project manager with Red Rock Roofing, where we stand for greatness, and I am here at 6289 Fundy Street here in Aurora. I am right here by the Gaylord Hotel over there. So I want to start real briefly in showing what the home does have. It does have drip edge flashing around all the eaves and the rakes. That is a code item, and I'm always glad to see that. That is basically a 2x2 inch L-shaped flan that encapsulates the entire roof and just really makes sure that no wind-driven rain, ice damming runoff, or ultimately, water migration can happen. Next thing I want to point out is the gutters. Now, the gutters don't have a terrible amount of granule loss in them. I'm not sure if this is something that the homeowner cleans out every year or not, but there is a lot of hail showing on these gutters around the entire perimeter. So I'm going to go a little more into hail here in just a second, but just so that you could see some of those indentations all the way down the gutter. Now, first thing an adjuster would look for when getting onto the roof to do a claim for insurance is going to be called collateral damage. Collateral damage to folks like you and I are just simply signs and indicators that there has been a storm in the area. So this is already, you can see that all the oxidation and paint that's rolled away from the hail, there's a lot of hail on that. But just to give you a better idea, I went over these turtle vents here with a piece of chalk so you can actually see these indentations on these turtle vents. So once an adjuster verifies that there has been a storm in the area, the next thing they're looking for is called spalling. Spalling is simply when hail strikes the shingle, dislodges the granules to expose the fiberglass undermatting. And that's what these marks that I am showing you here actually look like. Now, the way that they classify this damage is within a 10 by 10 foot square, one on each major slope. If you can find 6 to 10 of these marks, depending on the insurance company, then on paper, you gain the eligibility and a full replacement at insurance expense, of course, minus the deductible. Now, I have done corresponding spot checks across the roof, and this is a steep roof, so I'm gonna go just a little slower. But I have definitely found far upward of the necessary amount of damage in order to gain this approval from insurance. And we do have a storm within the year timeline. So in my professional opinion, this roof does need a replacement, and I am fairly certain that I could get insurance to replace this for you. Now, I definitely think it's time that you know what your options are. For lack of a better term, this roof has definitely seen its best days and has more hail than it should. So again, we're looking for 6 to 10 marks per slope, and I have definitely found far upward of that. So again, Andy Taylor here, a little more collateral damage on the turtle vents. With Red Rock Roofing, I very much appreciate the opportunity to get out here and to bring you up to speed. If there's any questions or you need me to meet the adjuster on site here to do our best at getting this thing approved, I can definitely do that. So again, I am going to go ahead and sign off.